listening. As long as they're cool. So those are five ways of asking. For your topic. So that's probably a bit more advanced with posing and stuff like that. I think it's good.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I think in the future, you do like refreshers, like into the year. That was really helpful.
Yeah, we could go through any of these topics to refresh them as well.
Yeah,
like some extra things to insert. Because there's short and long versions of every topic as well. Like I could run that topic for 5 minutes and just tell you real quick what they are. Or we could take like just one pros or more like 20 minutes just to go through each one and explain it a bit more as an example.
Yeah. Sorry, do you mind the silent one? The silent one was really good. Do you mind if I forgot to add notes? Do you mind if I could run that again? The silent one?
Yeah. So the silent one will be usually, I'd say usually in the quotes, and it's usually if you are talking about the fact that they're going to donate or not. So you're trying to get the yes, or it could be about the amount when you've already got them the yes, but you're trying to choose the amount.
Because I know that these people are
this, the first one, not worrying about the amount. The first one is like at the end of my pitch. Almost everyone's just helping out something small. We're raising $25 million for Heart Foundation. Most people donate, like you probably drink the occasional coffee. Yeah, cool. Most people just donate the price of one of those. We just ask you to do that once a week for as long as you can. And the cool thing is the longer you do it for, the more people you can help, and you might even help someone. Sound good? And then if you don't say anything yet, sound good? And then you're just staring at me, and I'm waiting. I'm being silent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. It's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But you gotta, and then they say, yeah, that's the first silent closed part. The next silent closed part is on the amount. You could use it if you wanted to. So most people help out with one of these ones. We sometimes get people who run businesses who want to donate a bit more because it's tax deductible, obviously. This one here is offered for couples, and then a lot of people chip in for this one too. But we have got one more off there as well, which is $1 a day, $30 a month. Just depends on what people are comfortable with. Which one do you reckon works best for you? Do you want to do like the 45 or 35?
Performance based.
I'll go for the 35.
And I just wait, right? I just wait till you talk. That's the silent part. So once I've asked my question, I'm confident enough to be like, done, I'm gonna wait, you're gonna make your decision, and I'm gonna wait for you to make the decision. I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm not, because if I jump in and say anything, I'll discredit what I've said.
Absolutely.
Same with like at the first part when I'm trying to get the yes, most people help out with coffee a week, whatever. I'm sure you'd be keen to help out. And then there's a pause, awkward silence, and the person's looking at me like, am I gonna do this or not? If I go and try and justify it, I'm like, well, like, because it's a pretty good cause, like, and I'm trying to like say more things, it just makes it worse. Yeah, you just gotta wait for
You would do that for every person you pitch to as a silent?
No, it depends. It depends on like how. That's a bit more intense, like especially for like.
There's like little things.
It's probably more if you want to get a decision out of someone.
If you've got like 100% brain
The other thing you can use with all of these is the body language. So like, if you got your pitch card, like, you use the pitch card visually, right? Your finger is where you want to use a lot. So, like, which one do you reckon works best for you?
$45. Yeah, that's
do you know what I mean?
That's a psychological thing rather than a financial.
Yeah, exactly. That's all those kinds of things as well. But the other thing is like, where is your eye contact? Like if I'm like, which one works best for you? Or which one works best for you?
Yeah.
There's different things you can do, which is more relaxed, more intense, a bit more aggressive. Like, so eye contact is important. It's important to have a lot of eye contact, but not too intense eye contact. Like,
I think it depends on the gender. Like if it's females, like you can like eye contact is more important, but for males, I feel like a little bit of eye contact then look away. That's what I've noticed.
Males have a little bit of a weird alpha dynamic. So it's like it's like dogs. Like if you have eye contact with dogs, you're trying to fight them. If you're too intense with the dude, you might get a bit like on an aggressive. Not usually too much, but probably a little bit of that dynamic as well.
Yeah.
Sweet. But if you're always looking away, it's like shady as well. Like, you know what I mean? So cool. And
That was really good.
Cool. So we can run through that stuff any day, and if you want to just keep going with Andre's, and then where are you up to with your topics, bro, on these?
These,
I've done. So you're pretty much controlling conversations. Do you want to recap on? I feel pretty confident. Yeah. controlling combos, you guys pretty good with? It's just
Well, we have a fish on that, eh?
so controlling combos is just being the one that's leading where the conversation's going. So you've got to make sure that you're the one asking questions, and then you're saying something that's got a bit of weight behind it to try and get some, to create some buy-in or some impulse, and then you're asking them a question to see if they kind of agree, you know? So we're helping out Heart Foundation. You probably know someone that's been affected by heart problems, and you wait, because you're the one in control, and they say
Oh, yeah,
yes
yeah.
or no, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no? And based on the answer, then you've got the next one sorted. So if they say no, what do you say? You probably know someone's got heart problems, they're like, oh, no, no.
Oh, you say, oh, well, you're one of the lucky ones. Unfortunately, it's not what or you can say, unfortunately, a lot of people who've spoken to it have been affected somewhere.
Yeah, and then you might even go at the end, so you can understand how important it is that we help,
Yeah.
right? Just to try and get them right, do you know what I mean? But if they're leading the conversation, that means they're asking questions and you're on the back foot, which is fine as well, because you want to have a bit of a two-way if you can. But then at some point you've got to answer the question, then follow it up with another question yourself. You know?
Yeah.
It's like an interview with a microphone.
What I've found out is it's usually what works for me is like the other person controlling the conversation, like hearing about their story, like what their father's going through.
To a point,
Yeah.
because there's something that's called a rapport or a conversation tangent, where it's actually healthy to go off the conversation line a little bit, off the buying line, but if you go too far away, you can't get it back. So if that story turns out to be like a 20-minute yarn about their family, you can't sometimes pull it back and be like, anyway, thanks for the chat, man.
Yeah.
Nice day, you know, you guys are doing good. And like, I lost that, you know. So you're laughing because it's probably happened before, right?
Yeah, and then two juice ones walk past.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So you wait for 20 minutes with that one person, got too far off track, and then in the meantime you saw two good customers that you could have probably signed
Because
up.
it's kind of hard to be say, it's kind of hard to get them away from it.
Yeah. Sweet. In terms of prejudging, what do you think the perfect customer looks like? Good. What does the perfect customer look like?
You don't know.
Yeah. You weren't going to say it that way. Just make sure you guys don't pick on people based on certain things.
Yeah.
Age is okay. You can be a bit judgmental on the age, okay? We're allowed to discriminate on age in this business, right? It's alright. As long as you're not rude to them about it. But pick on people for their age, but nothing else. Like you can't judge here in New Zealand. I've had people stop and work, and like a new person next to me to pitch the person, and I've been kind of looking at the person in my mind going, they don't look like they can afford it, yeah? And then I went into the shop and came back out, pulled out their business platinum card and goes, yeah, can I put it on my business card? And I'm like, holy shit, they're out of business. And they're Jews too, but just dressed in their whatever clothes for the day, you know? Like, so sometimes we judge people based on the wrong things. Same with like demographic. Some people think you can't sign up Indians and Asians. It happens all the
I've
time.
noticed that like a lot.
Yeah, you might find it more difficult because of certain language barriers, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Because you should have a challenge every day to try, you know. And if you get an extra sale or two a week just because you tried everyone, you wouldn't be complaining, right? So just make sure you don't rape people just for the sake of raping them. Sweet. Do you guys want to do a little bit of maybe try out some of those closes just for 5 minutes? And then we'll do setups and stuff now, so we'll get out the door soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
You can practice a couple of those, man. Maybe they're a different one. Which one do you reckon works for you? Up to you. Assumptive. So we'll put you on that one. All good. Stuff like that.
So Mark is
Do you wanna practice first?
so because Mark
So basically,
well, Manny's I mean Manny's personal
basically assuming that they'll go to their measurement. So like,
What's that?
you'd be like saying, this is mostly for billionaires, celebrities, blah blah blah. This is this is the most popular option. This is around $1.60 a day. What works best for you? So like you're pointing to it because you think that they'll go to that one. Pretty much. Ask you something. So your fight is in the 18th, right? 18th of July. After that, would you be keen on going to road trips? Would you have another fight coming up?
No one,
Well, I don't
no
know.
one's for me to open up.
Oh, really? How much fight? Yeah.
I heard I'm only fighting for titles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not like.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if nothing comes up, then yeah, I'm keen.
Yeah,
It'll only
yeah,
be
yeah.
for a week.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, but it's so many. Oh, bloody
Like all this shit, yeah.
Get a title. What do you win, bro? Like, do you win money as well?
What you're probably talking about is
Oh, okay.
pro
you do. Yeah. I thought you would get some prize, like a crazy card or something, eh?
It depends on the event as well. So,
Yeah.
so good events you get.
That's for the status on it,
pay me a little bit more because I'm